What up? This Lil Elt, aka Mr. Get the Gat. You now tuned in to Nolazine TV.
Okay. Also, for everybody who don't know, tell them where you from.
Uptown New Orleans, born and raised.
Uptown.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Uptown. Like explain to the culture what Uptown was in the early '90s to now, versus now.
Well, in the early '90s. Far as with the,
music, everything. Cause Uptown culture is what actually introduced New Orleans to the world. Uptown culture.
Yeah.
Like the Cash Money and No Limit, that's all Uptown.
Oh yeah, exactly.
So, I want you to explain in your words what Uptown really was.
It was like the heart and soul of the music thing. And back then, a lot of this, it was more of that gangster bounce, you know what I'm saying? And streets are still the same, ain't nothing changed. If you from Uptown, you know what I mean, But as far as the '90s music back then, a lot of things were just coming out from Uptown. Shit,
You ain't gotta say too much. I know what you're saying, though. Okay, so far as yourself, growing up, who influenced you to actually, get into the music industry?
Well, back then, when I was running around 15 and 16, I used to be DJing, but DJ T, who used to be running with Chill Will, the sound man. But we was doing coin dances and the majority of the parties uptown, block parties, whatever. So from me doing that, and I used to witness and just see, the bounce thing kicking off. It was just at one point, I went to grab a mic and it was just at a house party and just start saying my chants. Basically, that's how Get the Gat thing was started. You know what I'm saying? At a regular house party with him.
At the party, Get the Gat. What you was thinking at that time, Get the Gat.
Actually, no.
This something transpired?
I'm gonna take 10 steps back on that. It wasn't Get the Gat started then. Okay. I was in there in the party saying where they at.
Okay.
And shake their ass and all that. Get the Gat was born when it was time to drop me a song.
Okay.
And I was about to say where they at, and my producer told me, you need to change that. We need to come up with something
something unique.
Yeah, and once I went to chanting that, it was said and done.
Okay. So in your mind, did you ever imagine 20, 25 years later that you pick that song up like that again?
No. My plan was to actually put my song back out.
Okay.
Myself. I'm talking this recent as the time before this sucker happened to just jump off. So this was a hell of a blessing. You know what I'm saying? And I already knew the song Ben had the capability of doing that, but for its business back then, we actually stopped the song. The song was never out there no more. So that's another reason why it took off how it took off.
Right. I just saw it just jumped. It was just immediately everybody was doing it. They was all in the White House doing
oh yeah.
To see that from New Orleans,
yeah.
That was real.
Only bounce on the White House, baby.
They doing a bounce song.
Yeah.
When LSU was, and the good thing about LSU, they was actually winning when they was doing
That's what did it.
Yeah.
LSU, man, when they went to the championship that game, and when they won it, that put the icing on the cake. I knew it with me sitting at my house.
You actually had shows during that time.
I knew it was about to start for me. I knew it from me being in the beginning when I knew a hot song is starting to heat up. The work about to start. And sure enough, the work started.
You was booked like crazy.
Oh yeah.
That weekend, that was we gotta hear that again.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's dope. I want here at Notice, I love to give people just their flowers while they can smell it, man.
Yeah, man.
For you to even just be alive to even see that. Because a lot of people from your generation ain't alive who made those songs to even see that.
That's why they ain't expect me to pop up.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, man, I really shocked people. Then I came, what? But I always was still doing music. I
Wait,
wasn't.
for this, for my generation, I knew the song, but I didn't know who made it.
Yeah.
I didn't know who made it. I just like, okay,
See,
the song.
and it's still to this day. It was a lot of people like that who didn't know who made it.
You just heard it so much, you just knew the song. Like, get the get
Yeah.
So, right,
So when I came put the face to it, that was like bingo.
Okay. So, like, you know, like I want to know, like, actually, I'm like, what were you doing actually before you actually saw that, you know, social media take off like that? Because I don't think you had a social media yet, huh? With like, every the song actually, everybody started posting it and going viral with it. Like, did you have a social media before that?
I was on it, but no.
Yeah, I was about to say, because I remember you just followed me out of nowhere. Like, I said, damn, I think he had a social media before.
Instagram, it jumped off from there.
Okay.
But, like I said, I still had music, because I had music on Reverb Nation. Okay. I got songs on there. You know what I'm saying? That's not Get the Gat, though.
Yeah,
it was
like
the
brand newer songs.
Yeah. So at the same time, I never did stop doing my craft in the studios or nothing. We just ain't never put nothing out
on the main
strong enough. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So, like, how was it like shooting a video for it 25 years later and having everybody
that was the
20 years younger than you, like in the video?
And my kids in the video.
Yeah, your kids. Look at that. I didn't even know your kids there.
And they wasn't alive when I made it.
That's dope. That's what kids was in your music video and they weren't even alive when they made it. How old your kids are now?
24 and 20. 22.
Yeah,
so my kids was in there plus my grandson. And he was what? He was 1 year old when the video was shot.
Dang. So like back in the day, actually, I'm like, were you one like independent artist or you was signed to a record label?
We was with a record label. When never signed them. That's when we was messing with Parkway Pumping.
Okay. I heard of that.
Yeah, that's what DJ KLC, MC Dot.
Okay. And I want you to tell all this history. You know, people need to know this.
Yeah, that's what it all started.
Okay. So like New Orleans bounce music, I want you to give your insight of like where you remember New Orleans bounce actually came from, and actually how you see it now, like just New Orleans bounce. I want you to chime in on it. You know,
how I see it now.
Yeah, how you like from back then?
Oh, it didn't change big time. It ain't what we was doing back then when we was sitting there running some G shit on a bounce beat, and they gonna shake their ass regardless if the beat bounce. You know what I'm saying? Right now, it's on some whole other shit, and I think once the media got here, it's on this different stuff, which that's not the beginning of bounce. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just want to somebody who was actually in that generation who was actually doing the music to actually just chime in on exactly what you like, how you felt about that. For real.
It's so much I can say.
I want you to say it.
Yeah. I mean, the music has changed.
Everything changes.
Yeah. But as far as the bounce, I don't even hear them busting raps on it no more.
Yeah, I ain't hear nobody rap on a bounce song in a while.
You know what I'm saying? But they got some of them who's still in the culture that's rapping on them.
Right. Like, how do you feel about that? Like other cities and states just taking our culture and not giving that full credit, how the industry make it seem like they're not giving that full credit.
But shit,
but the first person I saw get credit down here was probably Black and Mild. And like Black and Mild came out way after all y'all after 20 years.
I know.
So I think sometimes I think New Orleans is missing one real gatekeeper, somebody who's in the industry who could tell people like, man, you gotta, that's what started that you need to put him in that video.
Yeah. Man.
How you feel about it, man? We gotta talk about it.
Shit, I feel, man, I mean, I mean, I'm glad right now my song was able to pop off where they can actually hear the original bounce music that started in New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? And because what I'm taking the call, they ain't giving the credit back or anything. They not saying on it. Then the ones who is blowing up, we sleeping on it. You know what I'm saying? And if we sleep on it, they gonna take it.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? That's with anything. But yeah, I mean, but if I was to ever get out there and stay mainstream, I'm gonna bring that heat to them. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I mean, that's why I get the Gap been so unique from original bounce music out here. That's only because it never was done back to back with Trigger Man beat. It was actually a beat made, and it went from there.
Okay. So, I mean, do you have any projects coming up?
Far as right now, I mean, I've been doing work, but my main objective is right now, we've been taking care of foremost the business on is get the Gap. Cause believe it or not, the business actually started when this sucker heated up just now. And with me not never being signed to the label, I was able to take full control of my song. So that was beautiful. I ain't had to ask nobody.
Full everything now.
Yeah, exactly. I wasn't caught in no situation where a label had my song and it bounced back all these years later, and no. I was able to take the wheel and go from there. You know what I'm saying? So we just getting the business taken care of.
How many streams you hit so far?
Oh, it's ridiculous. I mean,
you gotta tell them, man. Talk that shit.
It's over 6 million on Spotify.
Everybody haven't reached that.
And over 4 mil on Apple, and
man, I know it streamed like crazy during that weekend of when they was winning that championship.
Oh yeah. The checks been coming in. Yeah.
That's always good. That's always when the money good, everything good.
I had to go straight business when this thing jumped off. You know what I'm saying? It done changed a lot of things, and it got me right at where I've been wanting to be when I come out as a rapper. You know what I'm saying?
That gotta be crazy, like for to put something out over 20 years ago.
I don't know another story like this.
Yeah, ain't got no more story like that. Unless I think our New Orleans influencers. Shout out Subtweet Sean.
Yeah.
Like if he really start doing that and help these older, I was like that could be a whole nother lane. Like just find them older New Orleans culture.
Don't get me wrong, he tried.
He tried with another ones, but yours was just unique, and the players picked it up. But he had to go to school with them.
Yeah.
So everything was timing.
It was just that get the Gap. It was. Man, that song was so hot back in the day, it was ridiculous.
But ask me this question though. Did they have a dance with that song back in the day?
Yeah, they had a dance.
Because the way he just did like he did it on.
No, the one you see me doing on the video when I'm going that's the original Get the Gap.
Yeah, now everybody just put up showing the gun.
And the thing about it, from the song being so hot, I never was the one to make the dance. It always came
in the club.
Yeah, it always developed in the club.
when he was doing their fucking on that gangster shuffle, huh? Get the gang.
That gangster stuff, baby. Yeah, bro. Yeah, but that song was ridiculous back when I was 16. It was smoking.
You was 16 when you made it?
What?
Oh, man.
Seeing the light crowd, people going crazy over it. I'm talking about.
You weren't the old enough to get in the club. But I knew you got in the club back then.
Yeah.
New Orleans was New Orleans for real.
Look, but the thing back then, I only done, believe it or not, I probably done 4 concerts in New Orleans when that thing was hot.
Man, for real?
I done everything throughout Louisiana.
Right. But the whole Louisiana knew that song though. Like, they already knew that song before it came back out.
I was on the road with that song. Because I used to be, even when Cash Money and them was promoting their artists, them boys is Kilo G, PMW, they had me headlining the shows to promote, his artists and things. So I stayed working back then. And there was a time ain't nobody tell me, it took the promoter to tell me that Luke Skywalker wanted the song from Miami.
Uncle Luke.
Uncle Luke.
Okay. Well, so being in the music industry over 20 years, what do you enjoy most about the music industry, and what do you hate most about the music industry?
I mean, like anybody else, I mean, I enjoy what I'm doing and making money with it. And I love the craft. And the only thing you hate about it is keep you away from your family, just from working. But other than that, they understand when the checks come through.
Always a blessing.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Okay. So, tell us, what's next for you? Do you plan on starting your own label, signing artists, dropping merch? Just tell us what's next.
All this is till this business get done. Cause this business gonna tell where I go next. You know what I'm saying? So once this business get done, which is in the process, this ain't no, I'm talking later on, I'm talking about
right now.
Right now. Once this get done, then I can know where I'm going with it. But I wanna, that's my main plan, to drop some new shit. My son getting down in the game, so that's a plus too, so
that's worked out. Like, matter of fact, just by you having a son and you've been in the industry that long, you should encourage him more to take over for that bounce.
Yeah.
Like for like a rap inside.
Oh, bro, yeah. Put him on a bounce.
Yeah. Kill that bitch.
I feel you coming
Make
from.
a whole mixtape CD. Look, the thing is, and I think that's why we losing right now. Like for a whole in New Orleans music industry, because we not taking our culture and running with it like everybody else is. We need to run with it.
Sleeping with,
we need to run with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I think Lil Wayne should have actually did bounce songs instead of putting them on the mixtapes. He did a few on the mixtapes, but he never did it.
We were supposed to do something. He was gonna drop some Get the Gas stuff for his latest album.
Okay.
But we couldn't conclude the business quick enough for the legal
Pretty
thing.
sure what's gonna happen.
And so that's the reason why he dropped that other little bounce thing here on the new joint.
Shit. And you really have some more checks coming up.
And you know your boy, Jay Electronica.
Shout out Jay Electronica. He came to my birthday party. Dude was humble. I fuck with him.
Oh, shout out like a mud, man. The man got Jay-Z.
I'm like when he told me he was, I'm like, you Jay Electronica for real?
The man got Jay-Z to say my chant. Get the gat on his song.
He real. Yeah, he real.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
And also, if a shout out Crack Tracks.
Bro.
Yeah, Lauren Paul.
Yeah, man, but it's been sweet like that.
All right. And also, but last but not least, tell everybody, what can they find you on social media and just every other music platform?
I mean, you can find me on Instagram, Lil Elt. I'm on Facebook, but I'm strong on Instagram with my upcoming things and what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? And as far as my music, they get it on all the platforms: Spotify, Apple, Pandora, Tidal. And you can continue streaming it, baby. That's how we doing it.
All right, we done.
Nolazine, make them scream. Nolazine, make them SCREAM. Scream. Nolazine, make them scream. You heard me.